Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel where I like to share any and all things that bring me joy, hence the name Share Elation. I compiled a couple of clips of all the hotels that we stayed at, with the exception of one when we were in Sapporo because I didn't get a chance to film or take any pictures. My kids were just too excited to settle in, but I will leave the details of all the places that we stayed at down below in case you were interested. So the first leg of our trip was 2 nights in Tokyo. We chose to stay in Odaiba, so this is at the Hilton Odaiba, and the reason we did that was just to get settled in, get adjusted to some of the time difference, because our connecting flight to Hokkaido was a few days later. We didn't want to do it right after a long 13-hour flight, just in case there were issues with the weather, flight cancellations. That's been happening a lot lately, and we wanted to just space it out a little bit just in case things like that happened. Here we have the entrance of the hotel. Shortly after, to the left, is the bathroom, which they have the bidet, standard Japanese kind of toilet, very nice amenities, very large sink and vanity area to get ready. There was a separate shower/tub combination, which was very spacious and more than enough room for the 4 of us to use. This is the room to the connecting room, the door to the connecting room. There's a nice bar area that gave us some tea and coffee to enjoy. And here are 2 twin-size beds. Wasn't a lot of room, but we had to make it work. We had a good amount of area to place our luggage, a desk just to use, and there was this sort of terrace that oversees Odaiba, which was very pleasant to just relax and unwind for the day. Next place we stayed at was in Furano, Hokkaido. This is a house that we stayed in for a few days while we were in the area, and it had all the amenities that you could need. There are some pros and cons to both, and I can share that in some of the comments down below if it was helpful. So entering from the main door, there is, of course, an area to put your shoes, and I'll show the living room, which you just saw a quick clip on in a second. But on the main floor, there is 1 separate bathroom or toilet. It's a fairly decent size for Japan. Right next to it is sort of like a shower room. There are 2 separate stand-up showers, which I found a little bit odd, but actually it kind of worked out because 2 people could shower at the same time just to accelerate, needing to settle in for the night. In the same room, there is a washing machine, which was very convenient to do our laundry. In the living room, there is a decent-sized TV, couch, coffee table, like a dining area, which was big enough for all of us to use. There was also this little breakfast nook where we actually just stored some of our papers and keys and whatnot. There is a good little kitchenette here. Actually, it is a full-size kitchen, I guess, for Japan. Standard sink and stove, which we didn't really use. We used it just to prepare some simple breakfast in the morning. It came with a rice cooker, a hot water container there, microwave. It was the full setup, and we also had a full-size refrigerator. We used the facilities as much as we needed to. We really just used it to prepare breakfast, and then after, when we came back for the day, we just had some dessert and just settled down for the night. We didn't do any major cooking or anything, although that is possible. There were enough plates and utensils and bowls for us to use, so you can see that it is a pretty spacious area. It is a corner lot, so right across you will see there's a small playground. It was a very quiet area. So here are some of the utensils or plates that came with this house, which was really more than enough for us to use, so it was well equipped in that sense. The first floor is pretty simple, very clean and tidy, very kind of Japanese-like. One thing to point out is the garbage collection is very specific, so we have to follow the rules on what can be recycled and not. Here is a clip of now going up the stairs. So it kind of spirals up like a L shape to go up the stairs. There are 3 rooms. So the room right to the right of the staircase is sort of like the master bedroom. It's the biggest one. It had 2 tatamis, which we really loved sleeping on. It was great for the back. There was a very large closet area, which was helpful, but we didn't actually bring all of our luggage up the stairs because it would just require too much work. There was another bedroom with 2 twin-size beds, just like so, very simple and standard. And there was a 3rd bedroom that had like the Japanese style, the tatami. So my boys each took 1 room each and decided to just separate that way and have some privacy. What I found a little bit weird was this separate toilet and sink area. I guess it is helpful when multiple people are getting ready for the day and you needed to brush your teeth and you didn't have the space or room to do that in, so it was convenient in that sense. So that was the house that we stayed in, and I'll leave a link to that below. This is the Fairfield Marriott Eniwa, Eniwa. So just walking in, there's like a hanging exposed closet, if you will, and just some knobs on the top of the wall. It's very simple, kind of like a modern take where there's an open sink, mirror. The toilet is separate with like a sliding door closure, standard Japanese toilet, and a very dainty, cute stand-up shower. And the 2 twin beds over there. Here's a closer view of the shower. The shampoo, conditioner, and everything was pretty good. The Japanese products you can never really go wrong with. It was a decent size. The sink right across also had the same branded amenities. And with all Japanese hotels or Airbnbs, you will usually get the standard kind of toiletries. So here, like a shaver with shaving cream, a comb or brush of some sort, a toothbrush with like a small little toothpaste. So it is enough to survive, for the night or your stay. Further down in the room, there is this little area for just some coffee and tea. And again, you can never really go wrong with some of their coffees or teas. They are generally fairly mild, so don't expect like really strong coffee, but the drip coffee is always a really pleasurable experience just to undo it and pour the water in. Almost all hotels also come with this hot water kettle and complimentary water and mugs and everything. So it was nice to be able to enjoy a cup of coffee here and there and some tea. The fridge is very small, but it was enough just to put some simple drinks and everything there. The bed was very spacious and comfortable. It came with this robe, which I typically don't really use, but I do trust that Japanese hotels are very clean and safe to use those robes if you choose to. Here are some pictures of the lobby area where you enter from the front door all the way to the far end. And there's a really nice lounge area just to sit and relax and enjoy the environment. There is more than enough seating for a group of people just to sit and chat. And it was really nice because I liked the decor. Everything was clean, kept up to date, and you have the ability to even grab a cup of coffee or tea or even some miso soup. So there's like a little kitchen area behind the seating area where you can it's like a self-serve place where you can enjoy some of those perks as well. And I have to say, it was very tasty, and it was just good to have that option to have some of this accessible to you 24 hours a day. Overall, we really enjoyed the stay at the Fairfield Marriott Eniwa. It was a very short stay. It was only one night because it was just trying to bridge our drive from one part of Hokkaido to another. And it was a surprisingly great visit. I didn't really have too many high hopes because the Fairfields in the States are not as modern or up to date. Our final part of the trip was back in Tokyo, staying in an apartment-style hotel called Mimaru. There are several locations across Tokyo, so check out their website to see which location works best for you. Right after you check in and before you enter the elevators, there's a little station like this where you can help yourself to slippers, toothbrushes, hairbrushes, cotton pads and Q-tips, tea, and instant coffee with cream and sugar. So it's readily available anytime you need it. Once you get into the elevator, you'll see here on the second floor, there's a laundry area and vending machine. There isn't a whole lot in terms of the vending machine, but the important thing I want to highlight is regarding the laundry. It is a free service to all guests. There are 5 separate laundry machines, and there are 5 dryers right above that. They aren't huge, but it's enough to do laundry for my family of 4 people for about 1 to 2 days. So we typically did our laundry every other day, if not every day, just to keep up with it. As I said, it is a free service, and you don't need to bring any detergent or anything. It kind of automatically feeds into the machine. The important thing to note is there are many people staying in the hotel, and typically the machines are always taken, especially at night. So a tip here is to try to do it in the morning as early as possible if you're able to get up, or about 30 minutes before you plan to leave. Now, since things do not open so early in Japan, typically stores open around 10 or 11 a.m. We would do our laundry about 9 a.m. It takes 30 minutes. And the other tip I have for you is their dryers are not so efficient. I tried using it the first day, and it took forever to dry, and after 1 whole hour of drying, it didn't even fully dry. There was more than enough space in the room for you to hang dry your clothes, and that's what we ended up doing. We did our laundry and then brought it into our room to hang dry, and by the end of the day, when we came back to the hotel, it was dried. We stayed on the 11th floor of the hotel, and you can see the decor is very simple and clean, which I really enjoyed. And inside our room, we had 2 twin-size beds that looked like so, and right across from it, there is a bunk bed. So my kids slept on the bunk beds and really enjoyed their little private area. So it works out if you have kids. And you have here right near the beds a kind of dining lounge area with a projection TV. I forgot to take a picture of that, but it was literally a projector on the wall. There's also a kitchen area, doing some simple cooking. You can, toast some bread, make some tea and coffee in the morning, and there was a small refrigerator right beside it. The last section of this apartment is right across from the kitchen area, which is also right by the entrance. There's a separate little room for the toilet, which is typical in hotels and houses, as you can see. And right next door to it is a shower room and sink combination for people to get ready. So I think it's very convenient, especially if someone needs to use the bathroom while somebody is showering. In the evening, right outside the hotel, there's this little repeating light show, which is really just a light that's shining down on the ground with this little animation to give you a little zen kind of feeling in a busy city like Tokyo. So I thought it was a really nice touch and appreciated our stay here, which was a good 8 nights. So I hope you found these clips helpful and found it useful. Links to the places we stayed at will be down below. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to have a conversation with you down below. And as always, stay happy and healthy. I will see you in my next video. Thanks and bye.